In today's video, we will take out the fender for 2017 Honda Civic. First, we will lift up the parking brake, then we will lift up the car. I'm using a four-wheeler jack to lift up the car, so I don't really need to pull up the handbrake. But if you're using the regular jack that comes with the car, you must lift up the parking brake, otherwise the car will fall apart. If you haven't already, please consider liking this video and subscribing to our channel. Now, let's jump into the process. To make things easy, we will turn the tire first to take out the mudguard. We will use a Phillips screwdriver to take out these three screws. The third screw is a little inside, so we will use a small wrench with a Phillips bit to take it out because the screwdriver will not fit there. With third screw taken out, mudguard falls apart, and there we ended up taking out the mudguard. Behind the mudguard, there's also a clip that we will take out using a clip remover tool. Then take out another clip on top of the mudguard. Just keep trying to push the clip from right and left because it has tabs there until you take out this clip. The similar clip is on top that also needs to be taken out. This clip is also out. We'll also need to take out another screw underneath because it's holding on to the fender liner. From the bottom we can push the fender liner aside, but from top it's still holding on to one clip, and we need to take this clip out to make some more room. Here's that clip I was talking about, take it out. Now we have enough room and we can push the fender liner. You'll see this clip right there connecting the fender with the rocker panel. This clip needs to be pushed out. Here I'm using a pliers to push that clip outwards. It is a really tight spot, so I'll try my level best to show you guys how I push this outwards. It basically has two tabs, so we need to push that using the pliers to push it out. So finally, just like that, I was able to push it outwards, and we are done with this part. Notice the rocker panel is loose, and this was that bracket right there that we were trying to pull out. I will be using this plastic piece, and I'll try to put this right there so that it is holding on to it. Since it's plastic, so it would not damage the fender or the rocker panel. This way, it will stop the rocker panel for the bracket to go back again. We just don't want that clip to be attached again while we're taking something else out of this fender. Once we are done here, now we will open the door. Using a plastic trim remover tool, we'll try to push the rocker panel from this side. Here I'm also using a tool like this, which works the opposite of a pliers, to take out the rocker panel from the corner. And we will have to keep doing it multiple times until we are able to push the rocker panel from this corner. So far we've taken out two brackets. If I'm to show you guys, one was here and the other one was there. We will just take out one more bracket and that would be it. And that bracket is right there. With the same approach that we took out the first two brackets, make sure to take out the third bracket as well. And there we are. We took out 1, 2, and 3 brackets. The fourth one just came out itself by an accident. We are actually doing this to pull down the fender liner in order to take out one screw. And there you notice while pulling the fender liner, there is that one screw that we need to take out. Here I'm using an impact gun with a 10mm socket, but you can use a round head ratchet with a 10mm socket if you want. With the screw taken out, notice the fender is losing its grip. From the other side, using a Phillips screwdriver, we will take out a bunch of screws. Take out the second screw under the indicator. Then take out the third screw underneath the second screw. We will push aside the fender liner from this corner and try to take out the bumper from the edge. Here I'm using a plastic trim remover tool to push the tab, holding on to the bumper. There we were able to pull the bumper. Underneath the headlight there is a tab that we need to push. I'll try to zoom in to show you. And there is that tab that we need to push upwards in order to take out the bumper. There are actually two tabs. One was here. This one just came out by itself. But this one I had to push using a plastic trim remover tool. Now if I remove the bumper and if I remove the fender liner, notice there is that 110mm screw that we need to take out. Now we took out the screw, but I think we need more space, and that's the reason why I'm taking one more screw from the underneath of the bumper. With that screw taken out, now we can push the bumper furthermore to take out one more screw right besides the bumper bracket. With that screw taken out, notice the fender from this side is also losing its grip. Now we will take out this orange indicator. All you have to do is just push the tab and then it will pull out. Once pulled out, now we take out the plug. Just press and hold the tab and then pull the plug outwards. There we took out the side indicator. Now we open the hood and take out one 10mm screw on top of the headlight. Take out another screw which is right besides. We'll also need to pull up the tab of the headlight from this side because it's holding onto the fender. What I would recommend doing here is just pull the headlight upwards from this side and then push the fender outwards. There's that hole where the headlight tab was holding onto the fender. Now we will take out one more screw which is right besides the hood hinge. Here I tried to take this screw out using a 10mm wrench, but somewhat I was not able to take it out. In order to take this screw out, what we have to do is, because it's so tight and it's not opening with a wrench, so we have to lift the hood all the way up. Just like this. In this way I have enough space to put the gun and then take out the screw. But be very careful in this process because with one arm you're holding the hood and with the other arm you're taking out the screw. Can't emphasize much, just be very careful. One more recommendation, just use an extension while taking it out because I was having a little trouble placing the gun there because of tight spots. With an extension it will give you more room to take that screw out. There we ended up taking out the screw, and now very carefully I will put back the hood to its place. Now we will be separating this plastic trim cover right besides the windshield because there is one 10mm screw that we also need to lose out. One thing to keep in mind here, we are not taking out this screw completely, we are just losing it to a point where we can pull out the fender. We took it out halfway through, this much is fine, we don't need to take it out completely. Now the final screw is between the hood and the door. If I am to show you, right there is that screw that needs to be taken out. Here I will be using a gun with an extension to take it out. There's that final screw taken out in this takeout process. Now we will wiggle the fender until it comes out completely. We noticed the fender was still holding onto something from the front. Turns out it's actually attached with a clip just like that needs to be pushed using a pliers. With that clip taken out, there we ended up taking out the fender completely. If this video helps you in any way, please consider liking this video and subscribing to our channel. Here are the list of tools used for this takeout.